Jeremy, you need a white?
I've already got a white.
All right.
Get this all set up and I am rolling.
Okay, testing, 1, 2, 3. You got a good mic level?
Yep.
If you will, say and spell your name.
Bob Sneed, S-N-E-E-D, and my job title is I'm the Water Management Section Chief for the Nashville District Corps of Engineers.
And I gather your job's not much fun right now. Look at all this water. We got a lot of water coming in.
We do. We've got quite a bit of water already in the river and a forecast for a lot of rain coming.
What are you doing to manage that? Because obviously great focus on that, especially since last May when everybody became, you know, just really maybe super aware of what you guys even do.
Sure. We've been making some moves in preparation for this, and the big move we made was yesterday when we greatly reduced the water that we're releasing from our upstream storage projects. We have storage projects where we can hold back water. That's a place like Center Hill or Percy Priest. And then we have main river projects where the water just has to flow through. And Old Hickory Lake is an example of that, and Cheatham Lake or the Cumberland River in Nashville would be another example. So at our storage projects, we cut back greatly how much we're releasing. That takes that water out of the Cumberland, and then it makes room for the runoff when the rains come.
Which we know tomorrow, actually later tonight, is going to be a pretty significant rain event, and you're trying to make sure that the river's not any more full than absolutely necessary.
Right. The rain's expected to move in tonight and last through tomorrow evening, and we're seeing a widespread area of 3 to 5 inches, and we're hearing that, you know, localized amounts of 6 inches or greater are certainly possible.
What are you anticipating down here? Because I know you guys can project river levels. If we get the type of rain which you're talking about, is much of this, you know, that we're looking at now going to be underwater tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow there'll be some change. It would be, right now the current crest forecast shows the river peaking early on Friday, about 13 feet higher than it is now.
No kidding. So pretty much, I mean, just add 13 feet to what we see, and we can anticipate that in a couple days being underwater.
Yeah, by early Friday morning.
Interesting. Is that going to cause any flooding problems in some of those areas that, you know, we became hypersensitive to, like the Waterford neighborhood over in Old Hickory and some other areas?
Well, it shouldn't, because this will be below flood stage. This flood crest is. You know, it's certainly along the river in some real low-lying areas. You may get some water accumulate, but, you know, it's the flood stage here for Nashville's 40 feet. And we're looking at a crest in between 35 and 36 feet.
Okay, so you got a little room.
Got a little room.
How about the lakes? They're well positioned at this point with the volume of water that they now contain to accommodate, you know, what you're holding, and I guess they will accumulate some as well. Right,
they're in good shape. You know, again, the tributary projects where we store water, we've got plenty of room in those. Percy Priest is the one closest to us here. The level's good there. We got plenty of room to store water. Likewise at Center Hill, Dale Hall, and Wolf Creek. We've got room in all those, so we're ready to use it.
Perfect. Let's get a wider shot of just you and I speaking, and I don't know, I'd rather have it not needed than need it and not have it should they decide to do more with
Sure.
this. I'm sure we'll make some good use of, while there's certainly clarification to do, there's also some new information, and that'd be the interesting part,
yeah,
in terms of what you think is going to happen and whether we're still going to have some room. How have you guys, changed staff-wise since last year? Did you get any additional people? Because I know sometimes when things happen, you think those folks need more help.
We're about where we were, numbers-wise. We've had some retirement or two, and then we've got, you know, some new folks. So we're pretty stable.
It's good that you're not in any worse shape.
Yes. Yeah.
We're down 2 photogs at the moment, and it makes it hard to do business.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people are in your office that kind of do what you do, but, you know, you start taking a couple of bodies out of a relatively small group, and it hurts.
Well, we're a group of about a dozen people. So it's a fairly small group.
You sound a lot like us.
Yeah, very similar.
A mighty army trying to kill it every day, and some days you get the bear, and some days the bear gets you.
Yeah.
What are you guys planning staffing-wise overnight? You're gonna, I know that when these things come up, ever since the big thing, you guys have had people down at the OEM office kind of coordinating with those guys.
Right. The Corps, we're sort of a support group for 2 primary players here, the National Weather Service from the water side. So we're providing them with information on everything we're doing.
Put out the good warnings.
Right, they can put their forecast together and get the warnings out, for public safety. And then the other piece of it is on the emergency management side, and we support TEMA, Tennessee Emergency Management Agency, who in turn work with the locals. And we'll also work directly with the Metro folks. I was on a call with them just a few minutes ago.
Oh, no kidding. Well, that's awesome.
And so we're talking through, what to expect.
Scenarios.
Yeah.
Kind of told them what you just told me.
Right. In fact, it was them and the Weather Service and us. So we had a real good conversation.
That's good. Love those guys, the Weather Service. They're awesome.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
Sneed, thank you very much. Appreciate
Thank you, Scott.
the hospitality, and I'm
All
sorry
right.
that this was required. And I appreciate
Well, that's no problem.